Welcome to TheDoorTalks. Today we are going to be doing a versus. It's going to be versus two weird things. The Masked Menace, Kamen Rider, versus the Mech Master, Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
We've literally just watched them 10 minutes ago, maybe a bit longer. We watched Kamen Rider first.
Kamen Rider from 1971.
Yeah. It's recently celebrating an anniversary.
Is it?
Yeah, it's recently. That's what made me think of it. They've just done loads and loads of Kanatsuya and Uamo little things, so pop them up. If you're in Sendai, go to the Sendai Loft.
Just in terms of what I know about Kamen Rider, very, very little. I sort of recognise the little guy, but I don't really know his origin. I have been to the museum for the artist, just actually north of Sendai, but it was all in Japanese, so I don't really know. Like Spider-Man, I know a little bit more because I think... Well,
but you don't, but,
I thought I knew more.
Yeah.
But Kamen Rider, I don't know what he was. Is he an alien? Is he a person? I didn't really know before watching it.
And now we know. We only really watched one episode we only watched the full one episode of the first ever Japanese Spider-Man and the first ever Kamen Rider. There are loads of different Kamen Riders, but we made sure we hit the 1971 version. Kamen Rider starts off, it's just pretty standard biker guy, just biking around.
Hongo,
really.
Isn't it?
Hongo, yeah.
Takeshi Hongo.
He's just biking around. I wanted a bike after seeing this. He was the coolest dude.
It feels like motorbikes were just invented.
It feels like everyone loves motorbikes. I think it was like the time when Japanese motorbikes were maybe just coming into it. So they were trying to export some of those like Kawasaki's and all the other cool ones. It was... Anyway,
he's doing time trials or something, isn't he?
Yes, that's it. He is. The first episode is actually called versus the mysterious Spider-Man,
which is
so it's kind of weird. So there's a bit of a thing in there. Kamen Rider, basically, guy gets taken by Shocker,
which is like some
government, some evil alien organisation.
With this
called Shocker.
It goes like this globe. I'll put this up, obviously.
It's
I won't keep pointing to it.
This
we're going to put that stuff in. But it's this globe, and there's this claw, and then like proper fake blood, just like
it's paint. Essentially, it's just like red paint, but it's the thickest red paint ever.
So they want to control.
Humans. They want to basically start getting these humans. They genetically turn them into cyborgs. And then they basically whack loads of volts through and they test him out quite a bit as well.
Yeah.
He gets got... Some random old guy appears in his thing.
He gets given virtually all his powers and the generator explodes, so everyone runs out.
Everyone just runs out, but then pops in his old professor.
Yeah.
Who basically just sends him in there.
And he's like, ironically, you've been given these amazing powers, so now you can escape.
When he broke out of the chains, they should have gone, these chains can't hold him now. Why have we put him
It's basically Wolverine. Like, when they give Wolverine the powers, he uses those powers.
Against them, and it's like, we didn't think that. He's powered by the wind, which I thought was really interesting.
Yeah, I didn't know about he's got like a spinny belt.
Yeah, it's like a fan on his belt. It's like, that's how you're powered, but I thought... why is he a bug? That would happen.
Yeah. He's got 600 IQ as well.
Oh, yeah, 600 IQ, which is insane.
He escaped by just jumping through the ceiling, but it's sort of just like a mannequin just being thrown through.
There was a lot of that going on with the weird special effects.
The big thing is they have very few shots, and they just reuse the same shot over and over, over and over. Your eyes expect things to go one way and then the other way.
Yeah.
So massively in this, he'd be looking in one direction, but then the bike would be opposite, or he'd look left, and there was bikers coming that way, and he'd look right.
Things coming from left, things coming right,
but swapping.
Neither of them.
It didn't make any sort of sense.
Yeah. It was interesting.
It was
really, I enjoyed it. I think. Anyway, we'll talk about that later. He has
a lot of cuts.
There was a lot of cuts.
A lot of cuts.
It was very I don't know. It was really cool. I thought the mask was super cool. I did want the mask. I wanted to put the mask on my head.
He gets given powers. He escapes. He appears on top of a hill, but then he has the mask. Where does the mask come from?
I feel like he just... Yeah, you're right. I think he just becomes it.
He rescues a scientist and they hide in some room. Then the scientist gets melted into
he gets killed. Oh, shit, yes. He gets melted. Spider-Man No Hyphen is after them. Shoots some stuff at them. He gets got. His daughter pops up. Daughter sees it. Thinks that Kamen Rider's killed a guy.
Professor Midori Kawa. I know it's like Green River or something.
The other one's Professor Fuji. Fujita.
The professor basically gets covered in web. Gets strangled within
this is a really good
2 seconds. He's just blood out of his mouth.
Yeah.
And then they fire this little dart, and it turns him into basically
he gets
fairy. Not fairy. I was going to say fairy. It's like washing up liquid.
It's washing up liquid.
And this one shot is like a hole, and everything's getting sucked. Like fairy liquid's getting sucked. Bubbles are getting sucked into a hole, but it's clearly reversed. And they use that. And the man is lying on his man's lying on his back. So there's a shot like that. But then as he melts, it turns to like a face-on hole in a wall, and he gets sucked through it, and it gets used repeatedly.
Yeah, I know.
He fights the Spider-Man.
He fights the Spider-Man, kills the Spider-Man.
Oh, and then Spider-Man does the same melt. He melts.
Yeah, he melts. We're moving on to Spider-Man.
The challenger.
The actual real... this is the challenge. Introducing...
Not to be confused with Spider-Man.
Not to be confused with the previous Spider-Man.
Spider.
You all know the origin of Spider-Man. Well, completely forget that.
So Spider-Man starts with a guy on a motorbike.
Again, exactly
with a girl
the same.
taking photos.
But girls taking photos.
Then you've got Robot Man and that girl who live on... It looks like the moon, but I don't know where it is. Felt like it was like Rita from Power Rangers.
Rita never came down herself, did she? Just send people through.
And she wants...
It was so much like Rita because they had toys.
What was that thing called?
Machine Bem.
Machine Ben.
Yeah, Machine Bem. Yeah.
Leopardon crash lands on Earth.
Then they have to go and find him.
And when that does happen, Spider-Man's brother, calls him.
Starts calling him. No, he's calling Leopardon to Earth. Don't know why he didn't do it beforehand or anything like that. So he calls him to Earth, Leopardon, which is obviously a mech that was created for something completely different.
Not Leopard Man, I'm assuming, or something.
Or just some sort of like.
Yeah. But he has spider-like webs on his knees.
It's very easy to paint the spider's webs. It's very hard to take off a giant leopard's head. But he's also got an arsehole for a mouth.
Yeah, he has got an exploded arsehole for a mouth.
Exploded arsehole for a mouth.
So he meets his brother in a cave who's been there for 400 years, somehow eating...
Joe keeps saying
he says brother like 1,000 times.
But I think it's more of a brothers.
But he's been living in the cave for 400 years, somehow living off poisonous spiders or something.
Full of shit in that cave.
Yeah, and then he turns into a spider.
Yeah.
And gives Spider-Man the bracelet.
Yeah, gives him the bracelet, a giant bracelet. The best thing...
The Spider-Man just goes home.
The best thing was the... Spider-Man does just go home. He just goes home and chills out for a bit. And then his sister comes in, and you've got the hilarious, classic, like we've seen in every Spider-Man film, Spider-Man almost getting caught in his room.
Oh, yeah.
Jacking it. No, being a Spider-Man. The room's tiny. You can imagine like an old Japanese
Wait, more importantly, when he presses his thing, how his suit comes out.
Oh, yeah, it's like...
His suit, shoots out as a separate thing, and then he zips onto his body.
He zips onto his body. It's like... It's a bit of a, like...
Yeah.
You know that thing, yeah. And then he's Spider-Man, and then you just see him like just bumbling around, just sort of just like rolling around. It's a lot of like just man turning around on the floor.
He was very like cat-like. He's like
he was like loads more cat-like than Spider-like.
And he's also his nose is like. It's like from the suit, his nose is like coming out between his eyes. It's really
like off a little.
It's like he's constantly adjusting it.
Yeah, it's like oh no. Well, he turns that way and it sort of moves. We don't want to really be low, but the eyes don't look like Spider-Man either. And I'll just say that. That's all I'll put.
They're oddly altered eyes.
And then he goes and fights
loads of those Chaffinch people at a big dam like GoldenEye.
The Chaffinch people, but then also his the dinosaur with the hood.
Yeah.
The hooded dinosaur.
Machine Man. Because that woman has him. She just puts him on the ground or something.
And that's the thing. She just puts him on the ground. It's so much like the little blobble people that Rita creates.
Yeah, but when Spider-Man... So Machine Blown turns massive, and then Spider-Man tries to get him with his rope.
Yeah, and then
Len has him on like a bit of rope, like his toy. Obviously, the guy just goes meh, just like smashes him into the mountain.
Fully whips him into this mountain.
Leopardon turns up.
Yeah,
and then he fires some shit at him, but that guy's got that kind of helmet thing that comes down, and then Leopardon has the vigor sword or something.
The sword.
And just shocks him in the heart and blows him up.
Exploded, dead. And that's the end of that. But a more funny thing, just quickly, one thing that I wanted to say, it was really awful. I felt so bad for the little spiders that they used. Because basically, like Joe was saying, you point out, and spiders' webs obviously come from the bum and they sort of go down.
And they hang downwards.
They hang downwards. But what they went is like, obviously we can't keep a spider sort of like semi-suspended in the web frame.
Because it'll keep using its own web.
Moving, because it'll just keep going down. So what they did was they essentially just tied a little string round the shoulders of the spider. So he's spinning like that, and he's like, hello, and his arms were just going like that, like fucking hell, the whole time. So I felt really bad for that spider. What did you think? What was better?
I preferred Kamen Rider.
Yeah.
Mainly because I didn't really know anything about it, and Spider-Man was really funny, but it was more like... Yeah. It was more funny because I knew what Spider-Man was, and it's changed sort of what he was.
Yeah.
I preferred Kamen Rider, I don't know. Also...
Spider-Man seemed like it was a bit more rushed.
Yeah.
You know, Spider-Man was obviously like... They had, obviously...
They must have got the rights to it.
Stuff to it. But then they had to change loads of bits to make it work. He doesn't really...
But why did he not just get bitten by a spider?
I know. Why wasn't he just like...
Why couldn't he have just been Spider-Man?
Yeah,
like
Kamen Rider.
Yeah, me too.
But then again, there's so much Kamen Rider. No, there's so much Kamen Rider that it scares me. If I could watch the rest of this season, it would be Kamen Rider. I wouldn't want to watch all of Kamen Rider because they just turn into it's like watching all.
Well, it's more like which would you? watch another episode. I'd be
I'd watch Kamen Rider again.
So in this versus,
Kamen Rider wins. Ding ding ding!
Tiny
Kamen Rider wins. Bye.